Hey, this is Marcus Buff Bagwell, and you are watching Video Game XD, and together we are just both too sweet.
PowerKast Progression. Radio with power.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the PowerKast Progression. Today we got Jeremiah back in the house and Marky Marc.
How you doing?
Pretty good. Today we're talking about WWE SummerSlam 2023 from Detroit. Predictions.
I'll be a part of.
Yep, Ford Field, baby. We're all going.
Well, this is gonna be predictions, though. Our predictions, who are gonna, the match card. So we're gonna go through the whole thing.
Yep, and we're hyping it up too. Hype up video.
All right, let's start from the beginning, the first match, and then end in the last match.
I think this might be in order. Mark sent me the match card, so I hope it's in order.
Okay.
But the first match here, we have Logan Paul versus Ricochet.
I see. Okay, so it's kind of funny how they took that big thing at Royal Rumble and made it this far into this, how they turned Logan Paul, where he was just like a face last pay-per-view. Now all of a sudden he's a heel.
Yeah.
That's kind of making no sense to me. And then they took this thing because they had one viral thing at Royal Rumble and then made this whole feud about it. To me, the whole feud is ridiculous. But I think that they're not going to make Logan Paul lose to Ricochet, even though I think Ricochet is great. But I think Logan Paul is going to have the outcome.
I agree. I think Logan Paul is going over, definitely.
I think it's because people were booing Logan Paul, so they were like, "Fuck it, let's make him a heel," because everyone's booing him anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was liking him as a face, man. I'm not gonna lie, dude. He has been great in the ring. I wanted to hate him from day one because I do not like the Pauls. I do not like Logan Paul, and I do not like Jake Paul. And I did not want to see him do good, but he started coming in and doing these pay-per-views, and he was doing great. And I started riding the Logan train. I was like, this guy's fucking good. He's doing great. He's doing moves that half these wrestlers can't even do, that haven't been able to ever do. And he's doing these moves, and he's nothing. So, I was rooting for the guy. So I kind of want to see him keep going, see how far he can go.
Yeah, I like Logan Paul. I think he's really talented. I think he's entertaining. I like him. As far as Ricochet, I don't know. I have no comment on Ricochet.
It's crazy too because he's barely been in the business, and he's fantastic. He's kind of a natural. Whatever he does, he's just kind of good at it. You guys notice that?
It's irritating.
Yeah.
I was like, how the hell is this guy so good? He doesn't even have any experience.
It's
now,
even in boxing, but
yeah, I've heard things about him outside the ring. People say he's a douchebag in real life, but I don't really care about that. It's as a professional wrestler, I think he's pretty entertaining and he's pretty good.
Definitely.
So, Mark, who are you going with in this match? You said Paul?
Yeah, Logan. I think Logan Paul's going to win.
All right, Jeremiah, you're going with who?
Logan Paul.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Logan Paul in this. I don't think Ricochet he ain't got a chance. Next
Yeah.
match, we got Ronda Rousey versus Shayna Baszler. Oh, God.
No.
So who
I
has the
think
first opinion?
Thought-
Shayna Baszler, because she didn't she turn face? Shayna Baszler, isn't she considered face now?
See, this is kind of weird the way they did it. Like, Baszler attacked Ronda Rousey, but still came out as the face,
Yeah.
which is like totally opposite than usually what you see.
Yeah.
Usually, you see the person who attacks the other person come out as heel,
Yeah.
but this time it was she beat her up because she wanted to be face. So backwards.
So let me get this understood. The whole storyline is they used to be best buddies back in the day. She lived with her rent-free at her house. She couldn't pay bills, and she helped her out. But then she whooped her ass the entire time or some shit like that.
So, yeah, like I guess Ronda Rousey would like have her like be her like prop dummy, you know, like basically like help her out, and why Ronda Rousey did nothing to help her out. So
Okay.
she just used her, and the storyline is basically like they're going with that. But honestly, the truth behind it all is that Ronda Rousey is going to be leaving WWE soon. This is a big theory that everyone's going with. I heard it's like 100% true, but who knows? But the reason they're doing this is because she's going to be leaving the WWE, and she wanted her last match to be against her best friend.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of have a feeling that Shayna Baszler is going over.
That's what I'm thinking, because if Ronda's leaving, I'm pretty sure Ronda will lose this.
Yep.
And is Shayna staying in WWE? Is she staying?
Yeah, she's staying, and it's going to put her right into a title match. Like that's going to shoot up her career. If she beats Ronda Rousey clean, that will take her straight up to the title scene.
Yeah.
Quick as hell.
So they're making Shayna the new Ronda Rousey of WWE.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I've been a wrestling fan my whole life, but I've never been a UFC fan ever once. I didn't even watch Brock Lesnar's matches or CM Punk matches or any match. I don't think I've ever watched a match ever. I might have watched one match maybe, but I never cared about it.
You probably just watched the CM Punk one just to get his ass whooped, and that was it.
I think I did. I think I went and reviewed it after the next day. Definitely.
Do you guys think this will be like a UFC type of match? They're saying it's going to be like UFC rules, MMA.
I mean, they probably will do some MMA holds in it, but I think it'll be a combination of everything. Honestly.
Well,
Yeah,
they said it's MMA rules.
Is that what it says? MMA rules? Okay.
Yeah.
So
it might be like
that means that it's probably you can only win by knockout, maybe.
Well, now that they have Endover owns half the company, that makes sense that they're gonna put some UFC stuff inside of WWE. So that makes sense that they can do it without getting punished or anything now.
Yeah.
That's kind of sweet.
Yeah.
Because it could be an actual real fight, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. I'm going with Shayna Baszler.
Definitely. There's no way that they're gonna. I don't know. I'm going with Shayna Baszler because Ronda's leaving.
Yep.
Yeah, and I feel like Ronda's already been in the spotlight. You know, I mean, she's pretty much done everything, you know, in WWE. But I feel like Shayna Baszler, she needs this big win. You know, she needs, and this will, like you said, this will kind of shoot her up to the top, or at least get her there, start to get her there.
Ronda gets everything handed to her.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Ronda, but come on, just she got to the top because she's a UFC girl.
Yeah.
Next match, we have Brock Lesnar versus Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare.
That's going to be one of the last matches, I'm pretty sure of.
Well, on here, it's one of the first. I don't know. That's what it says.
Yeah, I don't. It might not be in any particular order. They might just kind of list the matches.
Well, sometimes nowadays main events are the first match. You ever notice that?
It's true.
WWE does that now.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
this is my opinion. I'm gonna go first. I think Brock Lesnar is gonna destroy Cody Rhodes. He's gonna beat him up, bruise him up, beat the shit out of him like Lesnar always does. But I think Cody has a chance to win here.
Oh yeah, I agree. I think Cody's going to be the underdog. He's going to, like you said, he's going to get his ass kicked, and then towards the end, he'll come back and he's going to win. I just feel like he's got to win.
Okay, so I feel like WWE is being too predictable if they let Cody win. So I think Brock's going to win this because, like, I know they're trying to put Cody over. I think it's going to be a hell of a match. I mean, like, one of the best of the three matches. I mean, that first match, Cody won by, he got lucky on that pin. The second match, he got brutal. He got brutally beat. And he keeps getting brutally beat every week on TV. And everyone expects him to win. And I think that because everyone expects him to win, that they're not going to let him win. And so I'm going to have to go with Brock Lesnar only because of that. And they love to let Brock Lesnar win everything he wants.
Yeah. I honestly could see them go that route as well. I mean, I really could.
So it's gonna be another WrestleMania moment.
Yeah.
Throw a fucking chicken in there. Chicken.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a David versus Goliath match.
I don't know. Like, I just feel like they got to be building his story, and I mean, eventually he's going to get the title. I feel like that was probably promised to him. So unless they have Brock beat him, and it's more of like, you know, I've tried my best, but I keep getting knocked down, and then eventually he's going to stand back up. You know, they could go that route too. Like, he could be like, you know, I got beat by Brock Lesnar, but I'm not giving up. You know, so they could. Yeah. It could be like, you know, he's struggling, but then he pulls out of nowhere. You know, then he starts. So it could be like a comeback story as well.
Let me ask you guys this: do you think it might be a draw?
No draw. But how I see this going, I think that Brock Lesnar is going to come out and pulverize him like he has been doing. And then I think that Cody's going to come and get the upper hand on him. And I think he's going to get Brock Lesnar close to tapping out. And then we're going to see a bunch of F5s out of everywhere, and then Brock Lesnar wins.
Now, is this just a standard rules match, or do you guys know? Is this like...
No, this is everything where, like, no disqualification.
Yeah.
No count outs.
No time limit, nothing.
Yeah.
So
it's like a straight up no disqualification match. Yeah.
So they couldn't do a draw if they they wouldn't come to a draw.
I see Cody bleeding.
Yeah. You know, so Cody Rhodes, I think the reason he came back to WWE in the first place is because of a stupid decision he made where he did a match against, I think it was Chris Jericho or MJF. I think it might have been in MJF, where that if he lost, that he could never go for the AEW title. And I think that's why he decided ultimately to go back to WWE. and I think they promised him the belt, but I think that he might win it at WrestleMania. And me and my friend were joking around earlier about how he said something like, now what if Cody Rhodes wins it at Mania, and then Damian Priest is the one who walks out of there, and after he cashes in on Cody Rhodes, the Money in the Bank.
That'd be crazy. Like he finally gets that moment, and then out of nowhere, it's taken away from him.
Yeah.
That would be bullshit. That would be so bullshit.
It would be. Like, he finally gets that moment, fucking Reigns finally loses the title.
Tell you, that's the way to get some heat. That's definitely some heel heat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know for sure that's something Edge would do. Edge would shit. So
I don't know. I think Cody's just getting buried. If you want my opinion, I think he's getting buried.
I wouldn't be surprised. If he gets buried, but I feel like I feel like he's gonna win.
I think that Cody has he put himself together really good this time. Like, before he left WWE, I didn't care for him at all. And he's changed who he was a lot, and that's what it takes to last and become a number one person in WWE. And Vince and Triple H don't care if they hate you or not. Money is money.
Yeah.
And if they can make money out of you, they're going to put you up. Look how many wrestlers you thought would never come back.
Yeah,
no one ever thought Cody Rhodes is coming back.
I like Cody Rhodes. I like him. I just think like he's kind of getting shit on a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
but it's not build up.
His T-shirt's a top seller in WWE right now.
I like how he went with from the American Dream to the American Nightmare.
Yeah.
I thought that was really classy of him to do that like that. I thought that was really good to like change that up.
I like his theme song too. He's got a good theme song.
Oh yeah, and that pop he gets the crowd's pop every time.
Whoa! Whoa!
Yeah.
Personally, I'm going with Cody Rhodes though. That's my prediction. What about you, Mark?
I'm going with Brock only because I believe Cody is winning. I believe Brock is winning because of WWE.
Yeah, I know it's the obvious choice, but I feel like Cody Rhodes is gonna win.
I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping to see, is that Cody Rhodes wins. But if WWE wants it not to be so blatantly in our face, they're gonna have Brock win.
Yeah, I heard rumors Brock might be on his way. He might be on his way out. So
no. So what I read in an article is he said on Stone Cold Steve Austin's podcast. What I read is that he's planning on leaving in 2025.
Okay, so not quite yet.
Yeah.
Bro, so Brock Lesnar, he makes too much money to go, bro.
Yeah.
So obviously that's probably when his contract expires, right? 2025.
I don't ever look, so I have no clue. But probably.
It wouldn't surprise me if he makes more money than like Roman Reigns, Lesnar.
He probably does.
All right, the next match we got a SummerSlam Battle Royal, but it only says Sheamus and LA Knight to be announced.
Yeah, they're gonna add other.
So it's gonna be Sheamus, LA Knight, that Escobar guy, that was Ray's guy, and then who else would be the fourth person? I don't know.
I have no idea.
I
don't know.
Who's winning. I know who's winning the match.
Is Matt Riddle in the match? No.
I think he's going for the title against Gunther. No, that's maybe. Yeah, maybe he is in the match. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm just curious because I noticed Matt Riddle wasn't on the card, so I'm curious if they're having a match on the pre-show, or I don't know what's going on with him, but I really do like Matt Riddle.
So if whoever wins this, what happens?
Oh, I know who's winning. They whoever wins gets to go after. No, it's Austin Theory. Austin Theory is the first. It's for the U.S. title. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
It's a battle royal for the U.S. title against Austin Theory.
Oh, so whoever wins that gets the title shot against Austin Theory.
No, I think whoever wins it. I think Austin Theory is in the match.
Oh, is he in the
Does
match?
it say it's for a title shot or no?
No, it doesn't say.
Well, we'll probably find out on SmackDown for sure.
I'm going with
gonna win.
Yeah, I'm going with LA Knight.
Definitely, it's got to be LA Knight.
You know what? I'm going with the one, the only, the LA Knight. That was lame, but still. Let's see. Yeah. And then yeah.
LA Knight. LA Knight,
Yeah.
baby. LA Knight's dope. I like him.
I've liked him since his Impact days. Eli Drake, baby.
See, I was like, when I didn't really watch him, but I remember him from somewhere, and I was like talking to my friend, and I was like, this LA Knight guy looks really familiar. And then I was like, I was like, dude, that's fucking, he was on Impact for a little while. I remembered him, but I didn't remember who he was or what he did, he definitely took his persona, man. He built his persona nicely.
Yeah, he was their top dog in Impact.
Oh wow, dude. He wasn't top dog when I stopped watching.
Yeah.
I'm hearing they're disappointed in Austin Theory. I heard he's not doing that good anymore or something. Is that true?
Yeah, he was a Vince guy when Vince was in control, and then once Vince kind of stepped down, and that's when he was kind of lost in the shuffle. And I don't think Triple H really. I don't know. I don't think Triple H sees anything in him right now, or maybe he wants him to develop a little more. But he's not getting pushed anymore. That's for sure.
Maybe pushed off a cliff.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I heard that's not fact. I heard. Let's get that clear to the haters. I don't know. I'm going with LA Knight.
Oh.
All right, next match: Intercontinental Championship. Gunther versus Drew McIntyre.
Nice.
Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre.
That's your winner.
You don't like Gunther?
I hate Gunther. I do not like Gunther. I don't like his look. I don't like his entourage. I don't like nothing about him. I've been wanting him to lose since day one. I can't stand his attitude. I can't stand his voice. I can't stand him whatsoever.
Is he supposed to be like what is he, German or something?
German or Russian? I'm not really positive. I quit guessing on that.
So you don't even like him as a wrestler? You think he's trash?
Yeah, I think he's straight trash.
He used
some
to
moves
be,
I watched. Go ahead.
He actually used to be Walter. That was his name. He's Walter. Then they changed it.
I don't remember him.
I like Gunther, but he's not like one of my favorites. But I think he's kind of rough in the ring. I like how rough he is.
Yeah.
I'm happy that Drew McIntyre is back. Oh, sorry, go.
Yeah, I saw him live when Evolve Wrestling was a promotion. And remember, Charles, you actually came to a show with me. It was a long time ago, but he used to be in Progress Wrestling, which is one of the top promotions in the UK. And he was there, and he was, holy shit, he does smack hard. Like, he smacks the hell of your chest. That's for sure.
Gunther or Drew McIntyre?
Gunther.
Okay.
Yeah,
wait, hold up. I seen this guy live. I don't even remember.
You might have. I know I saw him, but you might have with me.
That's crazy.
Remember he was. Do you remember he was Walter? You remember a guy named Walter?
That was what, 4 years ago? I don't know.
That was a while ago.
So Jeremiah, you're going with Drew McIntyre.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I seen somebody posted up earlier though that Gunther's like so far behind like whoever, like he's like third in place and like the longest to hold the title and stuff. So like I think people are thinking he's gonna break some kind of record, like get the top record. But I think that Drew McIntyre is back, and I think that since he got injured and it wasn't his fault that he had to go out, I think they're gonna re-push him and put him back at top, because I'd like to see Drew McIntyre get a nice title run, because when he had his title run in 2020, there was no fans in front of him.
Yeah.
He had his whole title run against screens, and I'd like to see him get a run again, and this time have people live to watch him.
Yeah, is it just me or is McIntyre getting kind of shit on too? You know what I mean?
Yeah, so like that's why he was out. Like I know he was injured, so like I'd like him to come back, and I'd like him to see him as a top. I think that he can take the intercontinental title, and I think he can bring like relevance to that title, because like right now none of us really care about that title, but back 20 years ago that title was a big deal, and I think that Drew McIntyre can make it a big deal again if he does it right.
Yeah, I used to love the Intercontinental belt. That was one of my favorite belts back in the day.
Yeah, because you had like people like Chris Jericho and Bret Hart back then, and all those people, and they took it and they were proud to have it. And like Gunther's just like,
yeah.
Even you remember when Randy Orton had it? That was cool.
No, Shawn Michaels too. Shawn Michaels.
So you want to see relevance to his belt, not somebody who just thinks that they're awesome and then walking around with two goons all day, having your back and constantly cheating for you. Like, it's no fun. Like, it's not bringing relevance to the title. It's just showing that you're an idiot. I want to see that title respected. I want to see it brought. You know?
Drew McIntyre looks like an action figure, bro.
He's
right.
He looks like a Lord of the Rings character. He looks cool. I'm going with.
He revamped himself.
I don't know who I'm going with. I don't know who's gonna win this. I don't know.
You know what? I mean, I like Drew McIntyre, and I think he's really cool. And if he wins, I would not be disappointed. I'd be happy. But I just have a feeling I think Gunther is gonna win.
Yeah, they've been doing that a lot to Gunther. I don't like it.
I think they're gonna give him a long title reign.
I want Drew to win, but I don't know. Something tells me Gunther's gonna win.
A lot of people like Gunther. I don't. I'd love to watch him lose it.
I mean, I would choose. I want Drew McIntyre to win, but I don't know if that's gonna happen.
I don't know if you guys know this, but like when Drew McIntyre was actually released, he was in Impact Wrestling. I don't know if you guys knew that or not. And
yeah, he was in Impact and he rebuilt himself there.
He's another one, like, you know, his second time around was better in WWE. Like Cody Rhodes.
I'm hoping Heath Slater does the same thing that the other two brothers did from 3MB and reinvents himself and comes back too, and that we can have the trio from 3MB come back and all be awesome. Because Jinder Mahal, look at him, man, how he came back and rebuilt himself. Same thing, and then Drew McIntyre number 2. Come on, Heath Slater, you got to do it, boy. I want to see him come back so bad. I loved Heath Slater.
Yeah, I got family.
He was a great jobber. But I'd like to see him have a good run.
I think he's still in Impact, or he was. Or something.
At least go to AEW.
I know for a minute.
I don't know how Impact is still running.
I know for a minute. Him and Rhino were a tag team in Impact.
Nice.
So Jeremiah, you're going with Drew. Mark's going with Gunther. I'm going with Gunther.
Yep. Weak links. The weakest links. I see you, bro.
Hey, I want Drew to win, but it's I don't know if that's gonna happen, bro. I don't know.
All right. So the next match is Charlotte Flair, Bianca Belair, and Asuka for the Women's Championship.
And Asuka's the champion. Yep.
Correct.
I don't know. Maybe Bianca or maybe Belair might win this.
No.
No.
What about you, Mark?
I mean, I'd like to see Asuka retain. I like Asuka.
So, I've been following this feud a little bit, and I don't know why I bring Charlotte Flair. I don't know why they keep bringing her back into matches. I think that Charlotte Flair is going to lose. I think that Belair is going to get the title back from Asuka. And then I think that there's going to be some sort of rematch on Raw, and the title's going to switch hands again. But also, time out. I also want to repeat or go back to this. Whoever wins, it doesn't matter because Ion Sky, I think that's her name, is going to cash in with her Money in the Bank.
Oh yeah,
I can see that happening. Also,
Her name reminds me of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air for some reason.
and she's also Asuka's ex tag team partner.
that's true.
Her and Asuka used to be tag team champs.
You know,
And,
as long
Paige
as
used to
as long as Charlotte Flair doesn't win, I'm happy. I don't really
Right.
like Charlotte Flair. I'm just
See,
I don't like any Flair.
I like Asuka, but they always screw her over. I feel like she always loses a lot.
That's
That's
why I
why
feel like she's gonna lose.
I want to be shocked if she loses.
I like Asuka. Like Asuka's great. I love her moves. I love that she does that thing for I can never think of his name. The guy who spits the green thing like she does. Green
Tajiri?
stuff out of her mouth.
Tajiri?
Yeah, it's a Jerry. Yeah,
Hell
that's
yeah.
awesome that she does that.
Asuka's fucking sweet.
She's hot too.
She is hot. She's
I've always
smoking.
thought she was hot. Yes.
Super cute.
But how many
Can't
times
understand a single word she says.
have we seen Charlotte Flair hold the belt? Like, come on.
Yeah, it's too many. And she's shoved in their faces, just like her dad was. I hated her dad. I've never liked Flair. I didn't like David Flair when he was in WCW. I do not like Charlotte Flair when she's in WWE. I do not like Charlotte Flair's man, Andrea, in AEW. Anything that has to do with the Flair, I hate. I heard when you go down to North Carolina and you yell out, whoo! Someone else does it, like somewhere else, wherever, whatever time, because that's annoying.
Woo! Yeah, we know a lot of people like that.
Woo!
I love Ric
Moron.
Flair, but that's what makes us different. See, I love Flair, you don't. You know what I'm saying?
But
I
growing
actually-
up, so you've always been like lean towards heels, and I've always leaned towards face. That's
Right, but
that's why you've
Bob-
been a heel.
I'm not gonna sit here and be like, Jeremiah, I'm right, you're wrong. Like, we don't do that shit. We don't fucking do that
Oh
shit.
yeah, I forgot the younger generation does that shit.
Like, we don't do that. Like, we all have opinions.
Yeah.
I'm going with Bianca Belair. I don't know. I think they're gonna push her and give her the belt.
What about you, Mark?
I would like to see Asuka retain.
I think Io Sky is gonna win, and I also want to say CM Punk still fucking sucks.
I didn't know he was a part of the show.
I just like throwing it in there because some people really think that they don't suck, which I really think he sucks. And I just want some people to know that he really does suck. talk to shit, but they really like CM Punk, and they hate beards. But anyways, go ahead. What's the next card?
I like the new Twitter belt. The new Twitter belt.
There's a Twitter belt.
Yeah, it has an X on it. The new Twitter is X.
I haven't seen it.
Twitter's called X now.
For real?
Yeah, they changed it.
Nice.
It's weird. The next match, we got the World Heavyweight Championship. Seth Rollins, the champion, versus Finn Balor.
What's your thought?
Oh, I'm sorry, Seth frickin' Rollins. You know, this is a hard one. This is really hard. You want to know why? Because I think they're trying to, maybe they might give Judgment Day all the belts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they did with Evolution back in the day. I think they might do that. But Seth Rollins is the fucking man, and he wins a lot, and he's a top guy. So it's like it's hard to say.
I mean, there's a couple things they could do. You know, I mean, they could just straight have Seth Rollins retain the belt, you know, or they could have Finn Balor win, you know, and then who you know, she gets cashed in. Damian Priest comes out of nowhere, and then they have like that feud, you know, between each other, and he's like, dude, like, don't hold it personal. I wanted the belt, you know what I mean? Because like, you can tell like there's definitely something going on between Finn Balor and Damian Priest right now. Like Finn Balor kind of envies him. He's like, I want that. I want that Money in the Bank. You know what I mean? Like you can tell.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's like I said, there's a couple of options they could go.
You make a good point because I could see them doing that.
Yeah.
They might kick Finn. They might kick Finn to the fucking curb.
They might. I almost have that feeling like maybe they will kick him to the curb. Maybe he's the wink. In their eyes, he's the
weak link.
Yeah, the weakest link in the group.
They try to replace him with Edge. Like Finn ain't no Edge.
I think that something big is gonna happen to Judgment Day on Saturday. Yeah. I was thinking the same thing, that Finn and Priest are gonna bump heads.
Yeah, something's gonna happen.
Shit keeps happening between them, and I think something big is gonna happen. But last time I said that, they like came out on top together, and they walked out fine. But this is SummerSlam, man. SummerSlam's like WrestleMania. You want pop. You want people to pop.
Yeah.
So I think that. See, my thing with Seth Rollins is he's married to my wife. And so I don't really care for Seth Rollins, even though he's turning face. He's married to my wife. I'm Irish. She's Irish. You know, we need to, like, get together. I don't understand why she's with him. Whatever. I don't get it. But go ahead. Do what you got to do. So I am against Rollins, and I hate the Judgment Day. So I'm going to go with Rollins winning the title and keeping it. But he doesn't deserve it because he has my wife.
Seth always wins. It's hard to say because Seth wins so much shit. He's always over.
Freaking Rollins, of course. He freaking irritates me. What's up with this Joker costume and shit? No?
Hey, is anybody sick of the crowd singing to this guy's song? I'm sick of it.
Yes.
So annoying.
I've been sick of it. That's why they put him over, though. That's why they made him face, because the crowd kept singing to his damn song.
It's like when he first does it, it's cool, but then when they just keep going, and then you're like, okay, like let's get this over with. Come on now.
Yeah. I can't stand his clothing either. What he wears is so irritating to me. It's so edgy. Like, I don't know what
he's trying to be like flamboyant or something now. Flamboyant or I don't know what
like just straight weird.
The other match we need to talk about was Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus for sure.
Becky and Trish, baby. I got to go with Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch, she's looking good.
Well, as my last argument went, my wife is going to win, yes.
I like Trish. Trish is classic. Trish is classic, but let's be honest. She's past her prime. She ain't doing a lot. She's got the stupid face mask. I don't like it. It's stupid.
You know what Trish has still failed to do? And I mentioned this on like the first podcast I did with you. She will not wear her old ring attire. She needs to bring back her old ring attire. I do not like her new look. I do not like her face mask. I don't like her.
I hate when
she's going against my wife.
The stupid face mask. I hate it. So stupid.
But you know she broke her nose. I mean, she kind of has to.
Right, but they've done this so many freaking times. They've overly done that crap.
Yeah.
It's stupid mask.
It's the only way she can still wrestle is if she wears that mask. I'm pretty sure.
I just don't like this whole. I'm gonna wear a freaking eye patch. I'm gonna wear a mask. I don't like it.
I think the match or the mask is for show. I was watching Raw. I watch Raw on Tuesdays because I watch it the next day on Hulu because I don't have cable. But I was watching a little bit ago, and I watched it, and she like straight up like took Trish's face and planted it right onto the table with the mask on. And if she really had a broken nose, that would have hurt. I think it's just part of the story.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
She's like.
Yeah, so like if that nose was really broken, that would hurt, mask or not.
Yeah.
So I don't believe that nose is really broken. I think it's just part of the story.
Yeah, maybe it's just bruised. Maybe it's just bruised bad.
Well, who was it in AEW? Moxley did the eye patch thing, and then who else did it in AEW? Somebody else was wearing an eye patch.
Adam Cole.
Somebody.
Cowboy Adam Page.
Yeah, and it's like that was
Adam Page.
That was John Moxley's thing, and then they did it with Adam. I'm like, this is dumb now. It's completely ruined the whole eye patch, and then everybody's doing the face mask now. I just think it's overdone. Carmella.
Oh yeah, I think she did for a short time.
I know Trish. She wore in the past. She wore the face mask.
I'm just not a fan of it. That's just me though. But I'm going with Becky. I'm going with my girl Becky. Becky all day. Becky.
Told you. This is my wife.
I definitely think Becky's gonna win, but I would not be upset if Trish won because I like Trish. I've always liked her.
See, I like Trish, but as a heel, I'm not feeling it.
Yeah.
You know.
Me neither. And she's going against my wife again.
And I like heels, and I'm not feeling it. So we got the world heavyweight. No, we already went over that. My bad. The undisputed Universal Championship. Roman Reigns, the champ, versus Jey Uso.
Now, this is the match that I'm waiting to see.
This is the real main event. This is the
match that I've been excited since knowing that I was going to SummerSlam. Even before I knew I was going to SummerSlam. This was the match that I've been waiting to see. Because I love the Usos. I've loved the Usos since they debuted back in the day. And they were wearing like some like same color shorts and like doing some dance moves.
Day one-ish.
They brought themselves like up to being this great as a tag team. And the fact that they're twin brothers and like they're the best tag team that we've ever seen in our lifetimes. I don't care. I love Christian and all of them. I love the old school. But the Usos are fucking great. And I can't wait to see Jey beat the shit out of Roman, even though Roman's probably going to win. But I really want to see Jay win this one, so I'm going to say Jay's winning because I want to harvest it in my mind for it to happen.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. I think Roman Reigns is going to win, but I think it's going to come real close to it, I think.
Well, it comes close to every match, and then someone interrupts. So there's two other family members that are wrestling right now in the Under Circuit, which is Umanga's son and someone else. I forgot. I think it's both. Maybe it's both of his sons. So, anyways,
this match is supposed to be a tribal match, by the way. Some kind of tribal.
So, yeah, they're doing it for the head of the table.
Yep.
But so I think that there's going to be interference, and they're going to bring new members of the bloodline, because you also got the Rock's daughter that's in NXT, the Rock's daughter.
Well, you know his boys are going to come out, and his boys are going to come out, interfere, and he's going to win like he always does.
Yeah.
Well, now you guys probably know more than me, but isn't Rikishi supposed to be part of this match?
No,
he's in the corner of
Rikishi.
I know that they've been trying to get Rikishi in, but I don't think he's part of this match. But he might show up. Who knows? There's a good chance that we could see all sorts of wrestlers show up.
I actually heard rumors, and I think they asked him about it, and he's like, I can't comment about it at this time. But just imagine, I was thinking, if he shows up, what if he turns on the Usos?
Hold on. How funny would it be if Rikishi comes out, he pulls out the glasses, and Too Cool comes out with him?
He can't. Half of Too Cool's dead.
Yeah. Well,
Grandmaster Sexy's dead.
I could still see Rikishi dance his fat ass.
Are you kidding me,
I'd love
Charles?
to watch him. I'd love to fucking watch him plant his. I think they're cousins. I think him and Reigns are cousins. I'm not sure that whole family tree. I don't get it. I don't understand because.
I don't know, man. I think Jey Uso, he'll put up a good fight, but Roman usually reigns supreme. So, let's be honest. Can we really see Jey Uso as world champ? Can we, or undisputed champ? Can we really?
No.
Can we?
Honestly, no. But I would love it. I'd love to see him get a chance.
Be a great moment.
Yeah, I don't think it's his.
Yeah.
I think it was more Sammy's time than it was his time.
I don't know, man.
Sammy Uso. Sami Zayn, I think I would rather have seen him with the belt than Jey Uso. I love Jey Uso, but I think Sammy would have deserved the belt better, in my opinion.
I mean, then again, they made CM Punk world champ and, Jeff Hardy and people like that.
Well, I mean, Kofi Kingston had his moment, and nobody saw that coming. So,
yeah, nobody talks about
it. Destroyed it, and then no one ever wants to talk about it again.
They ain't talking about that.
So, I mean,
they killed him. Like they killed his whole reign in 11 seconds.
That shit never happened. That never happened.
Jay wins. Now, if Jay wins, that would be crazy.
Next week on SmackDown, he'll rematch, and then he loses it the following week.
Yeah, Jay's gonna win. It's gonna go crazy if Jay wins.
Oh yeah.
I doubt it. I really doubt that. But
well, I'm saying Jay's winning for the manifesting because I want him to win.
Dude, Roman is so fucking popular right now. He's so hot. Like I don't know.
Sick of him.
I know, but
over him.
He's making money. Like he's money.
He does good with facial expressions too. He's really good with what he's doing. Like his mic skills have gotten better. Like he's became a way better person over the last 5-6 years. He's grown a lot.
Let me ask you this: is Jay good as a solo guy without a tag team? Can he run on his own?
That's what I'm saying. No, I don't. The only time he ran on his own, I wasn't really watching because it was part of 2020. and Jimmy was injured, and he was on his own, and he faced Roman for the title already in 2020, and he lost. But in 2020, I refused to watch wrestling because I could not handle watching a bunch of TV screens and them wrestling in an empty place with no sound or anything. It just aggravated me.
Oh,
And
I
then
hate
the
it. I
pay-per-views,
hated
they
that
kept
shit.
doing that cinematic stuff. I know you liked it. Some other people liked it. I hated the cinematic stuff. So around 2020 with the whole COVID stuff, I did not watch. I just paid attention who won and who didn't, but I didn't watch any of it.
Yeah, all the fake sound effects.
Yeah, it was too annoying for me. It was too bad for me. I couldn't deal with it.
Well, some
I was
guys
not a
suck.
fan.
Like when the Dudleys broke up, they sucked on their own. When they broke up, like
No,
Reverend.
you can't say it. Bully Ray did really good in TNA.
Yeah, he had a good he was good on his own. He did really good. And he's currently he's back in Impact and he's doing pretty good.
Yeah,
He's a
but
good heel.
but Devon sucked alone. The Reverend Devon, that was kind of stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, Devon. I mean, not all people are great, but Bully was doing good on his own, definitely. I'd like to see Bully Ray come to WWE as Bully Ray instead of Bubba Ray as a solo act instead of.
They won't do that. They won't do that because his name's Bully and they don't like the whole bully thing. I heard about that.
He has to be just Ray, or whatever.
I heard. I watched the interview. Bully Ray talked about it, and Vince was like, "Yeah, I know about Bully Ray, and you can't use that here." I heard some interview with Bully.
Or they would just have to call him Bubba or something.
Bubba. So I thought Bully Ray, he was okay. I just thought he was okay.
He had one of the best storylines with Aces and Eights.
Yeah, I know a lot of people liked it. I just thought he's all right as a solo, but Devon
Like, he was about to get married to Brooke Hogan.
Dude, he was in
awesome.
he was in the best shape of his life during that.
Oh, he was, man. That was some of his greatest work to me.
I don't know if you guys know this. I don't know if they're still together right now. They could have broken up, but frickin' Bully Ray was dating Velvet Sky.
I remember that. Well, after,
Yeah.
I don't know if they're still together, but yeah.
Edge and Christian splitting up. I thought they were both good solo though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But some guys
think Edge
aren't.
is way better solo.
Some guys suck solo, like Marty Jannetty. He went nowhere without Shawn Michaels.
Yeah. Did you remember?
Yeah.
Good.
I was just saying, some people are just meant to be tag team wrestlers, and that's all they ever are.
So in 2009, when Christian had him and Randy Orton had a feud, and that was one of my favorite feuds, because like I wanted Christian to have the belt like he had it the first time, and then Randy just kept beating him for it, and this is like Randy was just owning him throughout the whole year and stuff. I don't know, like I like Christian's work in 2009. It was pretty funny.
Oh,
like,
Christian's
he had
great.
a lot of, yeah.
He's still tearing it up too. In
Dude,
AEW.
y'all remember the Peep Show? The Peep Show, bro.
Yeah.
Peep Show was my shit.
Yeah.
Or Carlitos Cabana, that shit.
He has
I didn't watch wrestling during Carlito's run.
His music was good. His entrances were good. No matter what it was fire. Like, remember that Christian? It was so cool. Like, he was great.
To me, his TNA days were the best. TNA Christian.
But he's great, and he's great AEW. He's doing great work.
Right, but he's kind of at retirement stage now. He's just the manager.
Yeah, he can't. I don't think he's able to wrestle. I think he had a bad injury or something. But I mean, he's still tearing it up.
Christian's done it all. He ain't got to prove himself anymore.
No.
But overall, I'm going Roman Reigns. Mark, you're going with who? Roman Reigns?
Roman Reigns.
And Jeremiah going with Jay.
Jey Uso.
Yeah.
Only because I'm manifesting it, not because it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
could happen.
like I said, I would go nuts. I would absolutely go nuts just because he's the true underdog. But I think it's going to come real close. I think that close it's going to, but then something's going to happen. Something's going to happen.
So my overall thing on this is the whole card, the whole match.
I think this card looks pretty solid, man. I think it's a decent card.
I think it's a really good card. I was gonna say something else and I totally blinked out for a second. I gotta remember, so go back to talking and I'll be right back with my thoughts.
I don't know. To me, this card looks. I've heard some people say, "Oh, the card looks like crap." No, this is pretty good. It's a pretty good card. I'd rate it like at least a 7 out of 10. The card, it's decent. It's a good card.
I think I am excited to see almost every match. I think every match is going to have some kind of great work done. There's plenty of cards I've seen where part of it sucked and part of it was great. All right, what I was trying to think about a second ago. So I would like to see all of our predictions. I'd like to see a lot of them wrong, just because I hate when stuff is so predictable, and WWE likes to do that.
Well, at WrestleMania, I won a $20 bet because I'm pretty good at this.
Oh, me too, and I always get a lot of stuff right, and it sucks because it's like you know what's gonna happen before it happens, and I like to not know what happens.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like being surprised.
Well, I don't know. It looks. Even if the match card sucked, I don't care. We're going. We don't give a. We're going. We don't care.
We're just waiting to see Undertaker. We don't care about any of that match card. It's all about the Undertaker.
We're being there live. We're gonna be having a fun time. I don't care.
You guys think Bray Wyatt might come back?
I heard something. I heard rumors that he's going to come back, and all of the he's gonna have all of the 6 people or whatever he has with him.
Yeah, you think this will
Funhouse?
You think it'll happen at SummerSlam or not quite yet?
You want my opinion?
SummerSlam.
I think he's gonna show up on the PowerKast. He's actually here tonight.
Oh, for real?
Yep.
Oh,
Bray Wyatt's here tonight, everybody.
nice.
That's not Bray Wyatt, bro. That's
whatever. It's Bray freaking Wyatt.
No, if you've seen anything about the new Firefly Funhouse, Bray Wyatt's something else now, and the Fiend is a different person. Just
the
one
Fiend,
of his many
characters.
characters.
AKA Bray Wyatt. It says right on the motherfucking box.
You know who his dad is?
No.
IRS.
IRS. I was just gonna say that. Yeah.
I fucking hated IRS.
That's his dad. Him and his brother Bo Dangle. No, Bo Dallas.
That shit reminded me of
IRS is
that shit. That shit reminded me of Right to Censor. Remember Right to Censor? That shit sucked.
Yeah.
Most annoying theme song of all time.
Remember when he tagged with Ted DiBiase, the billionaire and the tax man?
Or the Good Father. The Good Father. That was stupid.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna change the Godfather to the Good Father? Where's the hose?
Yeah, and they had Val Venus. Remember he
Yeah, I was about to say Val Venus. Out of all the people you changed to put on censor, that was crazy.
He cleaned himself up. Yeah, he was no longer the porn star gimmick and didn't have.
Dude, I remember that on like SmackDown 2. It said Good Father. I'm like, what? I was like so mad as a kid. I'm like, what?
Good heel heat, dude. I mean, I didn't when I was young. When I was a kid, I hated it. I'm like, screw this group. But like, as you get older, you're like, that's some good heel stuff.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
No.
I thought it was trash. I thought it was trash. I
It
don't
was
know,
their,
right?
it was their way to make fun of networks, and it was their dig at people trying to censor everything.
Yeah, but like fucking Trish would come out, they would like put a towel over her and all that or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah, they
dude.
ruined.
it's
Or like when they
funny.
had the bra and panties match, they
Yeah,
ruined it with that one chick. Who's the chick on there? I forgot her name.
I think it's hilarious. I think it's good. I think it's good. I think his shit was good.
That's the real. That
It
was
was
the real.
definitely cool.
That was the def PG era, the beginning of the PG.
Yeah. All because Miss McMahon was running for elections.
I heard that the cable companies were bitching about WWF back then, so that's why they came up with right to censor. That's what I heard.
I heard that TNA's starting to complain, or TNT's starting to complain about AEW about the blood and stuff.
Uh-oh, is that what you heard, Mark? Heard? That's not a fact. That's what you heard. Yeah, I heard they're bitching about everything.
People are young and dumb. Man,
So-
no one will ever know what it's like to grow up like us. Like, we grew up in some of the best era. We didn't have to deal with just dumbass people and their feelings.
Yeah, it's like we watched the show, we enjoyed it.
Hey, I need to get started because I really want to watch the show Heels. Have you guys seen that?
I've seen a trailer.
Yeah, previews and stuff.
So it has Steven, what's his name? Yeah, it has the Green Arrow.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, Stephen Amell. And I've been wanting to watch season 1, and I don't have stars yet. But like season 2, CM Punk and AJ Lee's in there, and I would love to watch AJ Lee wrestle again.
Who's the other girl in there? She's sexy.
I don't know. You're talking about AJ Lee?
No, yeah, I mean she's sexy too, but like
Yeah.
there's some other chick in it that's cute. That's really cute. She's some actor. I don't think she's not a real professional wrestler. Like she's an actor. She's pretty cute.
Looks better than Total
know,
looks better than Total Divas. Total Divas was trash.
Oh yeah, that was definitely trash.
And don't get me wrong, I like looking at Total Divas, but I'm not big in reality show and.
Oh yeah. Do you know the Bella Twins? Do you know who got them into WWE?
Ooh.
Their stepfather, John Laurinaitis.
Okay.
John Laryngitis.
I hated him.
Raw tonight.
Oh man, his feud against John Cena was hilarious. That was an awesome feud back then.
Yeah.
I think I missed
He was
that
in
one.
a wheelchair. Oh man, he was in a wheelchair, man. That was hilarious. The whole feud. He was the GM, and he hated John Cena.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he was probably the worst Raw GM. I didn't care for him.
Oh, he definitely was.
We need Mick Foley back as GM, man. Commissioner.
I wish we could get a new McFoley.
Do you remember that
Just
back in the day? You remember that when he was commissioner? It was fucking
Oh, yeah.
sweet.
That was
Right
cool.
after he retired.
I liked Stone Cold too as GM. That was good.
Oh hell yeah!
You guys remember was it the Invisible Raw general manager?
Oh
Forget what
yeah.
they called it.
Invisible.
Like they had a laptop up there. They had a
Yeah,
laptop out there.
It was Michael. Michael Cole would always talk for him.
Yeah.
Oh my.
He'd get up there and he'll be like, forget what he says, but he would do like put it in the words of the computer or whatever. It was so annoying.
Yeah.
And then it came out like Hornswoggle was supposed to be it.
Yeah, I remember some of that.
I love Teddy Long. He was.
Oh man, Teddy Long was hilarious.
Yeah.
Teddy
and
Long's great.
then they made all those memes. you're going 1-on-1 with the Undertaker, player. Like,
Yeah.
it was great.
Tag team match. He'd always do the tag team matches.
Yeah, that was great.
Oh man, Teddy Long was hilarious.
See,
Play.
I grew up watching mostly SmackDown. Because I had no cable growing up, and
Man,
then
you totally missed the Raw and SmackDown.
yeah,
That was a good. You missed it.
and then I eventually got cable. I did get cable, but like the early, early 2000s, SmackDown was my show because that's all I had.
Yeah, some people couldn't afford. Some people can't afford it back then.
Yeah.
Back then, I was able to afford it, and I watched Raw.
and now you have no cable as an adult.
No, we just have internet with a bunch of streaming services. Who would have thought?
I have cable. I just barely watch it.
I remember like 2003, like 2002, 2003, Raw was really good during that time. And
shit.
Yeah, I had one buddy that would because I had no cable during that time either, and he would call me and just, he would watch Raw and he would give me like a play-by-play. And I'm like, wow, I'm like, this is real good. And then shortly after that, I ended up getting cable. But I just remember like Goldberg, like, whoa, Goldberg's back, and just
yeah.
Well, when I was a kid, what kids would do? They would record it on VHS and give it to their buddy to watch on VHS. Record it.
And then the whole Kane thing, was cool too. And then him and Shane McMahon had that crazy feud.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I had a friend at school. He's like, "Oh, my buddy records it on VHS and gives it to me."
Yeah.
Some people are only WCW fans. I don't watch Raw. It's like,
see, it was me. I was a WCW fan, and then I was over at Buddy's house, and he showed me a tape of WWF. Because I watched WWF when I was a kid, back when Jake the Snake and stuff like that. Before the Attitude Era. But when the Attitude Era first started, and they had Monday Night Nitro going on, I loved the Nitro. I loved the WCW. And then I started watching both of them during the Monday Night Wars. And then I started watching WWF all the time.
Some people hate that era, the whole New Generation Razor Ramon. I like that era. That era was sweet.
That was great. Because of Razor Ramon.
It's Sean Waltman and all that. Like that. I like that era. Yokozuna, Ric Flair, Yokozuna, Macho Man,
Undertaker.
Some people Some people shit on that era. Like, oh, it was cartoony.
You know what's weird? So, my entire life, I have no recollection of the Ultimate Warrior until recently, until like right before he died. Like, people started bringing him up, and he came back to WWE and stuff. I don't ever remember watching him ever wrestle. I do not remember the guy whatsoever. I loved The Rock, Yokozuna, and Bret Hart, and all them, but I don't remember the Ultimate Warrior ever. Not even WCW.
Well, you weren't missing. You weren't missing much. A lot of people hate him.
Snap into a Slim Jim.
And then Warrior came to WCW, and he was terrible in WCW. Ultimate Warrior, he was terrible.
Yeah.
He was good in like the 80s.
You know who my favorite was? The Ultimate Dragon.
Oh yeah.
Hell
yeah. Ultimate Dragon? He was the shit back then.
Yeah. WCW was his best days, Ultimo Dragon.
Cruiserweight, man. He tore up that cruiserweight division.
I loved playing him on WCW versus NWO and N64. I'd always be Ultimate Dragon on that game. I loved him. He was so awesome. Like, he was Rey Mysterio before Rey Mysterio.
Exactly.
Like, he's the reason that I loved Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
Because Rey Mysterio was a lot like him.
I used to like. You guys remember Glacier, Sub-Zero of wrestling? Glacier was
Yes.
kind of cool. He was a jobber.
I've
He
seen
lost a lot, but he's cool.
Oh, lame.
He'd come out like Sub-Zero though. I'm like, dude, he looks like Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat. Dun, 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 dun.
Or
I
like,
can't wait for the new game.
you guys remember Mortis? He looked like Reptile.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cashing in on Mortal Kombat copyright shit. I'm surprised Mortal Kombat didn't sue them for that. Like, that looks way too much like fucking Sub-Zero, bro.
Right.
I mean, that's about it, though. I mean, that's the 2023 SummerSlam card in Detroit this Saturday at Ford Field, baby.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And we're all going to be
Can't
there,
wait to watch
so
it live.
tune in. Tune in.
All right,
Oh,
guys.
yeah.
Have a good night. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
You guys been watching the PowerKast Progression Radio with Power. We'll see you next time. Peace.
The PowerKast Progression Radio.